moment student enters the interview hall, 60% of his interview is already done.
He has to handle hundreds of people, and hundreds of people are going to work under him. An able administrator means also having depth of understanding. Farm bills you have, so an administrator should know about the farm bills.
Communication is the key to success in any situation, in any circumstance, anywhere. It is personality test. Many people wrongly take it as test of knowledge.
Hello everyone, welcome to lukmaanias. This is the panel discussion for interview stage preparation of UPSC examination. Today we have with us retired bureaucrat Mr. Naresh Chand Goyal and Mr. S. Ansari sir, director of lukmaanias, and Mr. R.S. Chavan sir, senior faculty at lukmaanias. So first of all, I would like to ask Mr. Goyal sir, being a bureaucrat itself, what kind of personality traits do you see in the UPSC aspirant?
See, more than this knowledge of the subject, which has been already tested in the mains exam, I would like to see what is his approach, what is his perception, what is his attitude towards life, because these are the things which will come into use when he comes to the service. Because in our Indian service, it is a hierarchical structure. There is some senior officer, then another officer, then this officer. So we follow the hierarchy. So how does he take the situation? And fortunately, we put these people, young people, in a very senior position right from day one. He is required to handle difficult situations. He is required to take things that way. So I want to see his approach. That is very important.
Right, sir. Yes, Ansari sir also, he is very experienced faculty, and he has been guiding to thousands of students and many successful students also, sir. You have already guided the successful students, sir. What kind of traits have you seen among them that made them, let's say, success in this examination, sir?
There are few things that we can easily identify, or we can come to know that this person has a good personality.
Right, sir.
It can be, let's say, the person is true to himself. He is very simple, and he is not affected by the pressures of the situation, and he can maintain consistency when he talks. He can be clear in his thoughts, like we say, as decisive. And he has a very good common sense.
And he can rise to the occasion.
Yes.
Whenever required.
Yes. So let's say some people can innovate, initiate. That is how I know. If you ask anything new, the person has ability to define it as per the situation. These are some qualities which we look, and over and above certainly the depth in the personality, that we can ask and test by asking some basic questions also and some difficult questions also.
And initiative also. Yes. What kind of initiative he can take, because he'll be given so many responsibilities right from day one. So what does he do? Because we require a lot of things from this young person. So initiative
especially interview is also one situation.
One such situation, yes.
And how he manages it, whether he is still maintaining his common sense, and he's in his senses when he says or speaks something, and he's attentive to what the questions are asked. At the same time, he's polite, having good etiquette, and he's not affected by a wrong question he has given, or he has not answered a question.
Or he doesn't know the answer of a question. How does he handle it?
Yes. So these things can be considered, and let's say in simple words we can say that it's like common sense, consistency, being true to oneself.
Right.
Right.
Goyal sir, you have mentioned so many personality traits. How students should inculcate these traits since the start of, let's say, preparation journey itself?
See, I maintain one thing: with the moment student enters the interview hall, 60% of his interview is already done because of his body language. It conveys much more than what we say, body language. In the body language, it is very important that how he carries himself, the sitting posture, the hand movements, the body movements, the leg movements, the eye movements. How does he involve everybody in the interview panel? How does he speak to every person? What kind of confidence he gives, shows in the personality? That is very important. That's the body language will do that. And while we give the feedback to these people, we tell them that you must improve your body language. Now nothing else will know. Your knowledge has already been tested. To improve the body language, you should go out, move out, go with the friends, enjoy. The body language improves. That's very important.
Regarding body language itself, can you tell us what is the ideal body language that students should carry in that interview hall?
Yes. Number one, he should be confident of himself. Whatever he is. A person can be weak by body, can be strong by body, but mentally he should be balanced person. He should be happy with himself. When he will be happy with himself, when he carries properly with him in the interview or any other situation. This is the only interview situation. Many situations he will face in life. Right. So that is the proper body language, that he is happy with himself. Inside he is very happy. Inside he is very confident, that confidence will ooze out from his body. That's what we want to see.
Still, sir, so many times students are confused about how they should sit in that chair and how they should, let's say, speak up, the eye contact and all these things. They are very, let's say, concerned about all these things.
See what happens normally in such kind of situations. The students get confused. They are very anxious. Sitting and movement, etc., is absolutely natural. But they do not become natural, they do not remain natural. That creates a whole problem. Like I am speaking, I am sitting very comfortably. There is no pressure. They should not feel the pressure. They have done their best in the academics. They have come to this level. It is a great thing. Now they should feel happy about it. Carry themselves. Sit naturally. Movements naturally. Eye movement naturally. And feel from inside that they are happy about it. They have come up to this level. Everything will come out automatically.
Right. Ansari sir, the thing that we have understood is about, like you also mentioned that there should be depth in the personality of the candidate.
Yes, obviously it is UPSC and one is going to become administrator. So, and he has to handle hundreds of people, and hundreds of people are going to work under him. So, he should be an able administrator, and an able administrator means also having depth of understanding. So, that is also important when we have to see any candidate.
And should be able to carry other people along with him.
Yes. So it demands, let's say that if suppose that there is farmer protest and then the farm bills you have, so an administrator should know about the farm bills or about the farming system. Suppose he has to talk to the farmers. So what he will convince to farmers?
First he must know the policies.
Yes.
And convey to them.
He should have ability.
Convince them.
Yes, he should have that level of wisdom.
Convincing power.
Yes, he should. Convincing power will also come with better understanding.
Better understanding, better knowledge.
Yes, so that he can influence by his wisdom to farmers.
Put them in the proper perspective.
Yes. So that's what we can say that we see that there is a depth of understanding. So one can be, let's say, very GK type of knowledge you can ask and people know, people may not know. But another is that having a better understanding of anything. Like sir asked one candidate about whether India is enemy or Pakistan is enemy. So then it is not about who is enemy, it is about what is your perspective.
Very right.
This. And that is how, let's say, it comes through better understanding, broader understanding.
Same way, the government is not the enemy of farmers.
Yes.
It is where the farmers properly have not understood the laws properly.
Yes.
Maybe. So the job of this person, the collector, is to convince them, to tell them what are the laws. Let them understand. What are the laws? How they'll benefit. If they are not benefiting farmers, definitely he can come back to the administration and tell them these laws are not in favor of farmers. But he should know all that. That kind of knowledge we should have, and convincing power. And communication, dialogue with the farmers, that he has to do at the ground level. He should be smart enough.
Right, sir. So as we were discussing about the convincing power and depth in personality, what we feel that one of the trait of depth in personality is also a good communication skill. So Chauhan sir, can you tell us about what are important traits of having good communication skill?
So it's a very important question. See, human beings spend almost 80% of their time on communication. So communication is the key to success in any situation, in any circumstance, anywhere. Same formula applies to the people who are aspirants for civil services. When they get into administration, as Ansari sir rightly emphasized, they should be having the ability to convince others. That requires good communication skills. We wrongly think that communication skills means commanding the language. I think the good command on language is not about having great vocabulary. It is more about using the right word depending on who is the audience. You should have the capacity to convince a layman as effectively as a person who is part of your system administration, as your senior or a politician or any such person. So that is good communication skill. If we go into the nitty-gritty of communication, there are two dimensions: verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Good communication skills means non-verbal aspects supporting the verbal aspects. So when you are speaking, you are carrying certain tone, you are displaying clarity or not, what is the level of volume, depending on the situation, circumstance, distance, all these factors, and then how you are using hand gestures, facial expressions, eye contact. So all these things should be in the sync. That makes good communication. Some people are naturally good communicators. Some needs to be trained. I think this is our responsibility. When the aspirants come to us, we train them, we highlight those things, and rightly so we see experts like Goyal sir and experienced faculties like Ansari sir are doing their job very effectively. And we are also contributing in our way. Last but not the least, when you say communication, more for civil services aspirants, I would say, they should be in a position to support their arguments, whatever they say, with data, information, knowledge, and that will reflect their wisdom. So that is how a good communication is all about. Communication is an important dimension of soft skills. I think we cannot imagine a successful life with good communication skills. So that should be paid attention to.
So what do you suggest to improve the communication skills among the aspirants, sir?
See, people should not get unnecessarily conscious about their communication skills. The only thing is they should have the confidence to interact with people. And when they are interacting, they should not be too much conscious about whether they are using the heavy or great words. Rather, they should be more conscious about the fact that are they able to say what they want to say? And are they able to say in such a manner that the other side understands what they are trying to communicate? Means active listening is a very important dimension of communication. And then ability to convey the same in such a manner, whatever you want to say, that other person get the meaning as you want to convey. And that is very important. So keep it simple, make it lucid, very clear and precise as far as civil services aspirants are concerned.
I'll say that convey with conviction.
Okay.
That is a perfect combination.
So certain things, instead of learning those from books, I think through practice, by interacting with each other, you can learn more.
Yes, very interesting doubt or question. Even myself, I have faced that situation in interview. When we are entering into the examination hall, just 5 minutes before that, we are very confident and suddenly the confidence goes down.
And legs are shaking.
For almost all candidates, they become very nervous and suddenly they freeze also when they come in and, it's foggy in their mind. I'm sure that most of the candidates may have also faced this situation. How we can come out of that, situation and make our interview go smooth, sir?
See, during our interview process in Lukmaan IAS, we give them very specific items. Like for example, I tell them, you reach the interview place half an hour before your scheduled time. In that half an hour, try to find out, do the recce of the room inside. Who is sitting? What is their level? Any lady sitting inside? What are the kind of people? Are they bureaucrats? Are they technocrats? Or they are from universities? Like in my interview, there was one IFS officer, there was one IPS officer, and 3 were from the universities. So if you do this kind of recce already, then you know who is sitting. And in my case, I found out who is sitting where. I tell you, I was told that there is a lady sitting inside and she is very ferocious. She will ask you a question, you will not know the answer. I was told, and I was ready with it. When I went inside, I was confident, okay, let her ask anything. If I do not know, I do not know. So if you do this kind of recce already, then you are confident. You will not freeze because you know who are the people sitting inside. You become comfortable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please sum up.
So when we sum up, I would say we should keep in mind, any aspirant should keep in mind that it is personality test. Many people wrongly take it as test of knowledge. Knowledge is one dimension of your personality. You should have good positive attitude. You should go with the confidence that I will be able to articulate with ease whatever I have to convey. When I do not know the answer to a particular question, still I will be comfortable. I will know the way to convey that I do not know, but it doesn't mean that I don't have a sound personality. I am still suitable for administration, and whatever I do not know, I will learn in course of time. So I would say one's personality and success is dependent on three factors: one's attitude, skill set, and knowledge. Give primary importance to your attitude. Good attitude can compensate the rest of the two.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So we hope that this information helps you a lot in preparation of interview stage. If you are going to give this year's UPSC interview, then you can register for our IGP program. Thank you.